Today, we've got some exciting news for you straight from Samsung servers. Yes, you heard that right. Fresh evidence has surfaced online hinting at the development of a brand new Samsung Galaxy S24 Fan Edition. So let's dive right in. Just recently, the initial One UI test firmware build for the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition was discovered on Samsung servers. This is a significant clue indicating that Samsung is actively working on tailoring the One UI experience for this new Fan Edition device. Alongside this discovery, the model number for the international variant, SMAS 721B, was also revealed. This model number is crucial because it confirms the device's existence and suggests that Samsung is preparing it for a global audience. Here's a snapshot of the firmware built straight from Samsung servers. You can see the model number SMAS 721B listed there. This leak is a solid piece of evidence pointing to Samsung's plans for the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition. Now, if we rewind a bit to late April, there was another interesting update. A device with a model number SMF 721 U appeared in the database of UK carrier E. Typically, the letter U signifies a US variant, which raises a few eyebrows about why this device showed up on E's website. Could it be a clerical error, or is there more to the story? The mystery deepens. Here's what the listing looked like. It's unusual to see a US model number on a UK carrier's database, adding to the intrigue surrounding this device. With Samsung's major Unpacked event scheduled for July in Paris, everyone's excited about the upcoming Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 foldable phones. But what about the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition? Well, it's highly unlikely that we'll see it unveiled at this event. While all eyes will be on the foldables, the Fan Edition might not share the spotlight this time. Considering the Galaxy S23 Fan Edition was announced and released in October last year, it's reasonable to speculate that Samsung might follow a similar timeline for the S24 Fan Edition. So October could be the month to watch out for the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition. If Samsung sticks to this annual release pattern, we might get our hands on the new Fan Edition around that time. Now let's talk about what we know so far about the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition. Details are still scarce, but supply chain sources have indicated that Samsung has been negotiating with component suppliers for the S24 Fan Edition. This shows that the development is indeed progressing. According to insiders, Samsung is in talks with suppliers, which is a good sign that the device is moving forward. But the big question remains, what about the chipset? The chipset for the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition is one of the most significant mysteries. Since Samsung didn't introduce an Exynos 2300 chip last year, it's unlikely that the S24 Fan Edition will feature the Exynos 2400 like its flagship counterparts. This leaves us speculating about a potential Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset for the S24 Fan Edition. Although there's no official confirmation yet, this could be a plausible choice. Imagine the S24 Fan Edition powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It would bring a significant performance boost to the Fan Edition lineup, making it a compelling choice for fans who want flagship-level performance at a more affordable price. That's all we have for now on the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition. What do you think about the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition? Are you excited about the potential Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button, instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.